Pierogi dough is the foundation of everything we do from here on. Great pierogi start with dough that's soft, easy to roll, and forgiving to work with. In this lesson, I'll walk you through a simple, reliable dough that works with any filling, sweet or savory, and that's genuinely pleasant to work with. And yes, it's surprisingly easy. Let's get started.
Here's what we are using: all-purpose flour, fine salt, a little neutral flavored oil, and boiling water. This combination gives us a dough that's soft, smooth, and easy to handle. Start by adding the flour to a large bowl and sprinkling in the salt. Some people recommend sifting the flour, but I almost never do. Give it a quick mix so the salt is evenly distributed. Next, add the oil to the flour. I'm using a kitchen scale here, but measuring spoons work just as well. Then, carefully pour in the boiling water. Stir everything together with a spoon or fork until the water is absorbed and the dough starts to come together. Once it's mostly combined and there are no hot spots of water left, you can switch to working with your hands. First, bring the dough together into a loose ball, gathering all the bits and pieces in the ball. It will look rough and shaggy. That's exactly what you want. Then start pressing it against the bottom of the ball with the palm of your hand. Fold it back onto itself, give it a slight turn, and repeat. So it's press, fold, turn, over and over again. As you knead, the dough will slowly change. The flour will absorb the water, the surface will become smoother, and the dough will start to feel elastic and cohesive. You are aiming for a fairly smooth dough ball that's not sticky. It doesn't need to be perfect by any means. You should get there in about 4 to 6 minutes of kneading, without needing to add any flour or oil. If the dough still feels a little rough early on, keep kneading. It almost always comes together with a bit of time. Once the dough is ready, the next step is very important. Wrap the dough tightly in plastic wrap and let it rest for at least 30 minutes. 60 minutes is perfectly fine too. Resting makes the dough much easier to roll and helps it hold its shape when we start filling the pierogi.
What I like about this dough is how simple and reliable it is. You don't need eggs, milk, or extra fat to get a tender, workable dough. Just flour, oil, water, and salt. Which also means it's vegan friendly. Now that the dough is ready and resting, we can move on to making our fillings.